So recently, more like the last few weeks, I have noticed that I started to become social again. And now you're probably thinking to yourself, Maz, what do you mean by you started to become social again? Well, for a majority of last year, as a lot of you guys know, I did my fair share of dating and my fair share of going out. And with that, I eventually ended up getting burnt out. And I've taken a break since then up until a few weeks ago. And so one thing that I have noticed is with me becoming more social, I've started to meet a lot of people again. And I've been making a good amount of friends again at my local gym. And it wasn't until I was in the shower just now and I thought to myself, I'm like, man, when I go to the gym between the time that I regularly go, which is like 12:30 to like 4:35, I know a good amount of people now, and a good amount of people know me. And I'm not saying that to boast or say that I'm popular, but I'm sure you guys understand. When you go to a place that you frequently go to, you eventually meet people, and you build some sort of cordial relationship with them. And with that, I recently made another new friend on Friday after my workout, where basically I was finished up at the gym. I was just washing up, and I noticed that this dude walked into the locker room, and homie had like a hard ass pair of joggers on. And I was like, you know what? Those joggers look dope. I'm gonna give him a compliment. And I straight up told him, I'm like, yo bro, nice joggers. And then little did I know that after I had said that, he not only took the compliment and said thanks, but he decided to tell me where he got it, which he thrifted it, and he got it for like 18 bucks. But eventually it led into us having like a little 10-minute conversation and us getting to know each other. And by the end of the conversation, I thought to myself, I was like, man, it's so crazy to me how just simply saying something could potentially have you meet somebody or have a conversation with somebody, and you never know, from you meeting that person or from you having that conversation with that person, your life could possibly change. And don't get me wrong, my life didn't change, but basically what I'm trying to say in this long ass intro is I want to go ahead in today's video share with you guys 3 things that you can do to not only better your social skills, but to honestly have better conversations with people. And so to any guy out there that's wanting to build some sort of social life, or he wants to become extroverted, or hell, you want to even try and start dating and you want to put yourself out there, hopefully by the end of this video with the 3 things that I share with you, that you can go ahead and accomplish one or all of those things moving forward. So without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's just jump straight into it. And so the first thing that you should do in order to get people to not only want to talk to you, but to be interested in you is, and I learned this from the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and I'm sure you've heard this time and time again, but some guys still don't know about this, is you want to get them to talk about themselves more than you talk about yourself to them. Because the one thing humans love to do is they love to talk about themselves. And this is something that I'm honestly starting to realize that I'm slowly mastering. It's not like a thing that I'm doing on purpose to get people to be interested in me. I just naturally just like to get to know other people. And as a result, I have noticed that has not only brought me more second dates, but it gets the other person interested in wanting to get to know me. Because after a while of them talking, that person will realize, they're like, oh shit, like I've been talking this entire time, like let me get to know them, because they care enough to get to know me. And so when you simply put the spotlight on the other person, eventually at some point when they're done talking enough about themselves, they're gonna want to get to know you. And this is a really, really good strategy to all my guys out there that are currently dating or currently trying to date, and you're trying to get a woman to be interested in you, especially if you're trying to get to like a second and a third date, is bro, ask her questions and make sure she does more of the talking about herself and what she's got going on than about you. And not only that, but in that setting, it will also help you be more mysterious, that a lot of guys try to do. And so that is the first thing that I need you to do, bro, is if you want to get people to talk to you and you want them to get interested in you, besides the obvious of like, you know, you need to say something to get them to talk to you, is genuinely show interest in the other person. And then eventually at some point, they will genuinely start to show interest in you. The second thing I'm gonna need you to do is you need to simply just say something, bro. Like, don't be afraid to go up to a stranger and ask them a question or lead with a compliment. I know a lot of guys in the self-improvement space try to tell you to not ask questions when you're out on a date with a girl, or let's say a social skills coach tries to tell you to not ask like some, you know, generic question. Do something, bro. Say something. Because one thing I've noticed as somebody that has tried to talk to a stranger every single day from 2021 to 2023, I can tell you that 90% of people don't say anything to one another nowadays, and that when I have been the person to say something to some random stranger, it's like all of a sudden, not only that person, but some of the people around me in a public setting feel inclined to be more social. And the reason why is because a lot of people don't want to be that person that breaks the social norm. And a lot of the social norm that I have noticed in today's day and age is people just really mind their own business, or they stay in their groups of friends when they go out, and they're afraid to try and branch out and say something to somebody that they don't know. And so I want you to do the opposite. I want you to say something. Don't be afraid to, like I said, lead with a compliment, and more importantly, ask a question. Hell, even if you don't have a question, bro, just come up with one. Because there were times where when I was trying to, you know, get better at cold approaching girls, and I was uncomfortable asking girls for their phone number right off the bat, to kind of break the ice and to kind of work my way up, the first thing I would do is I would always, if there was genuinely something I liked about the girl and we don't know each other, like let's say an article of clothing she's wearing, or she's got a nice tattoo, I will always lead with a compliment and say something. Either that, or if I had a question about something, let's say she was doing in the gym or something random, like even just directions, even though I didn't need directions, I would still go up to her and ask that question. Because my goal at that time, and still to this day, because I'm not gonna lie, a brother's a little rusty when it comes to cold approaching, my goal is to simply just get myself comfortable being able to continuously go up to the opposite sex and say something. Because one thing that I've noticed with me when it comes to the aspect of dating for me, the biggest thing that's always been difficult has for me been breaking the ice. I have no problem holding eye contact with a woman. I have no problem having a conversation with a woman. But the initial going up has always been my biggest issue. And so to kind of combat that, what I did and what I'm going to start doing again soon is I'm going to just start going up to girls and either compliment them or ask them something, because it's all about getting reps in, and then eventually it becomes automatic. And now, the third and final thing that I want you to do is I want you to be that person. Be that person that goes up to that person, compliments them on their watch. Be that person that goes up to that girl and starts that conversation. Be that person that just simply, You know, if there's something they want to do socially, they do it regardless of what's going on or regardless of social norms. Because not enough people do that nowadays. And that if you're that person that decides to do that, you'd be surprised at how positively other people around you will react. Now, it's not a guarantee that you will always have positive interactions, but don't be afraid, bro. If you make eye contact with somebody as you guys are walking past each other, be like, hey, how are you? How's your day going? Something as simple as that. Or if you see a girl, you know, you're out and about and you see a girl with a nice tattoo, go up to her and let her know she has a nice tattoo. Or if you see a dude with a nice outfit on, go up to bro and tell him he's got a nice outfit. Or if you actually have a question on something, you need directions or something, don't just try to look it up on your phone, even though I know, you know, with technology, that's the easiest solution. Like, just go up to somebody and ask them for directions. Because like I said, you never know what could come from not only meeting that person, but from having that conversation with that person. But that's all I really had to say in today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys found some value out of this. This is just something that's been weighing on my mind the last couple of days since I met the homie Nico, which shout out to you, bro, if you're watching this video. Because like I said, after I had, you know, spoken to him, it just kind of inspired me to make a video like this. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, there's not enough people that teach not only social skills the proper way, in my opinion, but not enough people talk about it, and not enough people are social. But if you guys did enjoy this video or you found some value out of it, be sure to go and smash the like button for your boy. Drop a comment down below, subscribe if you're new, because we're on the road to 2K. And last but not least, turn on my post notification bell so you never miss out on any of my future video uploads. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all in my next video. Peace.